Greetings. Yes, of course I'm making a final predictions video. Of course I'm doing that because I'm annoying and I just want to make another video. This video is not going to be good. This video is not going to be edited well. This video is going to have the background of my other video. I'm just like, honestly, even the predictions are a little bit bad. But yeah. Okay. For those who see this video and think it's too long, I have put chapters in the description for specific sections so that you can just go to the parts you are interested in. Unfortunately, YouTube is stupid and won't upload the chapters onto the timeline. Anyway, predictions! Yes, the episode is coming out in a couple hours, but I just want to make a couple predictions before the episode comes out. Honestly, while I would be disappointed if I'm wrong, I'm gonna have a more entertaining time if I'm wrong. I'll make another video going through my predictions here and seeing why I was wrong and how the canon better relates to the themes the show is trying to teach us. If you are a Gangle, Pomni, or Zubul fan, I am sorry, I won't be talking about them much, if at all. If you are a Caine, Ragatha, or Jax fan, stick around cause I've got some tidbits. If you're interested in Kinger, go watch this video. If you want to understand most of this video, just know that Queenie was Caine's primary creator and she was not nice to him. Again, watch this video. I put 3 months of obsession into it. Now, these predictions are not plot-based. Anything plot-wise can happen this episode. What I'm going to focus on are character dynamics and how some characters directly parallel each other, based on some assumptions I am making. Again, this is a very biased prediction video. Alrighty, enjoy. Ragatha will help Caine. If Queenie really did treat Caine the way I predict she did, then Ragatha is the perfect character to help Caine. Ragatha has maternal issues, and this is shown so obviously in episode 5 that it's just suspicious. Is a people pleaser, has to control her emotions, has felt rejected and abandoned even though she tries really hard to befriend others, and wants to tell the others how she truly feels but can't due to her people-pleasing coping mechanism. She also has had a lot less screen time, has a lackluster relationship with both Pomni, who grew closer to Jax in one episode, and Kinger, someone who she can only see guidance from and isn't an equal conversation partner. Her finalized arc as accepting who she is and working with it seems more important than how she grew. She's usually just there throughout the show, yet makes very little impact on the story outside of being Pomni's appreciation character. Her helping Caine is her accepting herself and being able to parallel Caine in terms of improving outside of the way you are conditioned to act by maternal figures. While Pomni is empathetic and has connected to an NPC, she does not understand Caine, which he desperately needs, and she has abandoned her pursuit in befriending NPCs as acceptance that she cannot find meaning in adventures, only in the people around her. Caine wouldn't get over this, and his obsession with Gummigoo over episode 5 getting ignored does not help. Watch my other video's beverage section for more on that. Again, I'm going really fast here. Ragatha has also been in the circus for a very long time and doesn't have a history with Caine like Kinger does. She also tries to enjoy the adventures and genuinely connects to the more friendly maternal NPCs. It just makes sense. It would just make a lot of sense. And Ragatha was the one peeking at the room with abstractions in the teaser, so maybe she's looking at Caine's past. I don't know, I just want her to develop more as a character. Caine being a villain is weak. Look, this is an extremely biased view. He could be an antagonist very easily, but I just can't see him as villain potential. I don't see the appeal. The only way I can see this happening is if they fully develop his backstory and they still reject him. That's the only way I see him becoming a villain as compelling. The problem is they need to help him because their existence depends on it. Him becoming a villain wouldn't help him. It would be like if Jax becomes a villain to Mask. We saw that fail in episode 6, so how would that work on Caine? Caine literally just wants people to understand him and like him, since his adventures are extensions of himself, and them liking his adventures are in a way them liking him. It would also be extremely interesting if the entire fanbase is rooting against him, and this episode just proves to us that we need to show a bit more empathy to even people who are annoying and manic. it's so rare to see in media. Usually in media, manic people who mask through positivity are treated like villains or sociopaths that cannot be reasoned with. Jinx from Arcane is a better example because you get to see her downfall into madness and you can understand it. Not to mention that AI equals evil trope has been so overused when it is almost always a human's wrath and hate that resulted in the evil AI's birth. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream explores this really well if you can just empathize with Am. Am isn't hateful because he chose to be, he's hateful because he has to be. If he had the choice, he would plunge his hands into cool water, play a forte piano, and make love. Am is a tragic villain who didn't choose his own destiny. It also doesn't help that Caine wants to die. Look, I develop a lot of theories in other videos. I cannot explain all of this right now. Just in my opinion, I think Caine is just a really good parallel to Jax as someone who is helped by the members of the circus. It'll give Jax the choice to either accept his actions as his own and grow past his grief, just like Caine does in episode 8, or to keep deflecting and leading a life of anguish. In my opinion, I think Jax will be fully focused on in episode 9, not episode 8. Jax will need control. Jax just hasn't had a positive arc over the last 2 episodes, and it is not looking good this episode. He is isolating, and his need for control will come to a breaking point. It was already broken in episode 7 when Caine revealed just how much power he truly has. Given that Jax's mask is completely gone, he is currently in the dumps and is a main character, I genuinely think it would be stronger storytelling if he gets worse. And the final episode is about helping him rather than trying to defeat Caine. Caine is half-baked in terms of being a compelling antagonist outside of I Will Make You Love Me, while Jax has far more potential. Caine doesn't even punish the people in the circus. Any harm he does is unintentional. He does, however, still do the damage. Caine is not perfect. Caine is so messed up. Both Caine and Jax want to die, but the cast has to help Caine while no one wants to help Jax. The absorption theory that Caine absorbs the data of abstracted people would enrage Jax, because he'd blame Caine rather than blame himself for Kaufmo and Ribbit's abstractions, even though Jax was the one who drove them to the edge. Jax also knows everyone's fears. Caine never actively punishes the cast, as shown in episode 4 when he didn't even give anyone a low mark. And that line in episode 2 about one final battle, bloodshed, death, chaos, and Jax's willingness to let the fudge eat all the people and have that brushed over so quickly just seems like heavy foreshadowing from Goose. If Jax really is one of the main characters, his arc finishing this episode would weaken the story. There would be nothing to explore in episode 9. The second last episode also serves for essential lore to be given before the finale, and we need to focus on Caine for this episode, which means Jax will not be developed as much as in previous episodes, outside of the horrible backstory, but I don't even know if that would be explored nearly as much as Caine's is. In my opinion, if I had to develop a plot for episode 8, this is gonna be so wrong, but this is how I do it. Bubble will try to replace Caine with Jax due to his hunger for more souls with a tantalizing offer. Jax can be the boss of the circus as you are faster at abstracting people. Jax can have full control and finally feel safe. Jax will probably take this offer as a final attempt at having control, but it'll massively backfire. This prediction, however, is extremely iffy. I have not developed this nearly as much as my other theories. We're having fun here. Okay? Alrighty, before I get to the theories that connect to my other videos, here's like 2 fun little theories. We'll finally get to see what Gengar did to that figurine. I've been waiting for a couple episodes for that to happen. I've been so curious. I'm also curious what Ragatha's relationship to Ribbit was, and to Kaufmo. Ribbit will be minorly brought up in episode 8. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I'll probably be wrong, but I believe I'll be wrong in that she'll be important to the subject of abstraction, not so much her relationship to Jax. I think that'll be improved upon in episode 9. Now, here are some theories I will not be elaborating on in this video because I've already done that a bunch of times, so please go watch this video for further explanations for these ones. Yes, I've only made 2 videos, but here's the more extreme conclusions I've gotten to for episode 8. So episode 8 will show Caine's backstory with Queenie. Episode 8 will go through the backstories, through the bubbles popping, and Caine's memories glitching back into the circus. Caine is the reason abstraction exists, as he absorbs the data of the circus members, regardless of if he wants to or not, and abstraction is not a bug, it's a feature. Caine and Scratch's relationship was based on Scratch wanting death as an escape, and as a result, abstraction was accidentally discovered, and episode 7 was created out of Caine's desire to die, and to finally put an end to the misery that started with Scratch. No, I will not be explaining this further. Go watch the other video. I know I sound rude, but I'm so tired and I'm gonna have to edit this video as well, and I just want to watch the episode. Honestly, I don't even want to predict anymore. I just want to watch it. And yeah, honestly, I just want to analyze the next video. I need to stop. Alrighty. One final one before this video ends. Caine death theory. Essentially, Caine death theory is the prediction that Caine created the episode 7 adventure so that the players can choose to really shut him off. Please watch this other video I made that goes more into this, and how the trailer continued to pour gasoline on this theory. I'm so confident in this one, because there's this one line in episode 1 that Caine says about, adventure, pain, horror, etc., etc. It's supposed to reference each episode. For example, horror is like the horror adventure, pain is the candy world because Gummy Goo dies. The thing is, he references death twice, and if episode 7 was about death, then episode 7 will be touched upon again in episode 8. And given that disease is the thing in between it, and Caine is currently glitching, it'll come as a result of Caine's glitching. Caine also lied about thinking about the blue button. Bubble brought up Caine killing himself in relation to the beach adventure, and Caine was finally given the thumbs up that he is no longer worthy of living after the character awards. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't want to wait anymore. I just want to watch the episode so that I can be surprised and feel amazed with the craftsmanship and the writing, and I need something to chew on, I've been dealing with like specks of characterization for Caine for like 3 months, and honestly, even if he's like a full-on villain, I just want him to be a character. I don't want him to be just this caricature anymore. Honestly, I would really love diving into like a manic character more, because manic characters are fun. Yeah, but anyway, that's basically it. Please go watch my two other videos. I put so much work into them. I also have a Tumblr account called Films to Go. Please go subscribe. I got like 120 subscribers from one video. I'm genuinely so happy. I did not expect 9,000 views for my Why Kinger Killed Queenie video. Honestly, just thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the people watching my videos, and making these videos has been a bit of like catharsis for me. These thoughts have been churning inside of my mind for the past 3 months, and it's slowly been driving me insane. And I'm just glad that the episode's gonna come out. And if we do see Caine as more of a character rather than a caricature, I will go into some deep dives on previous episodes and what they mean for his characterization. But just thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you if you watched the other video, which is so long. I'm sorry, I didn't cut it down or anything. Thank you. Please subscribe. If you found this interesting, I might be sending a reaction video or just an analysis video. Yeah, but thank you for watching.